what YouTube's doing. What the hell is that? Is it on? Okay. Yeah, it was doing something weird, right? I knew I wasn't just bugging out. I know I wasn't crazy. I'm like, this thing is not, it's clearly not, it looked like it was there, but then nothing was happening. So I didn't know what the hell's going on. Stacy, what it do? What's up, Stacy? I saw Jay Carly. All right, let me go back over to the page so I can see the chat real quick. All right, so we got some good internet. We good to go. There we go. A minute ago, I wasn't doing this. All right, we good. Yeah, so Jay Carly in the building. Chip is in the building. Yeah, my two favorite girls, huh? The unicorn and Joanna. Forex Trader, what's happening? Okay, cool. I'm assuming you're talking about Hassan Thomas. Yeah, you gotta be. Gotta be. All right, cool. Yeah, good to see you, man. Good to have you here with us. All right, let me get myself situated. I thought I had my charts up. I don't have that up yet. And I need to set my timer. Let me do that. And we're gonna see what this market looking like on this sunny, beautiful Friday. Yes. Daniel, what's happening? How is the recovery coming along, sir? I know you got your Shasta on deck today. He ready, what's good? Benito, what's happening? All right, cool. Yeah, right. Okay, so you work with him in the education system. Got you. He does, I think he told me he does, what did the sign say that he does? Therapy? I believe he said he does therapy. Yeah, therapist. Okay, cool. Shawnee, what it do? What's hood? What's hoodie? Yeah, he said they gave Hassan a bunch of responsibility. Said one of the best therapists that we have in the system. Wow. Yeah, he talks a lot about I think he mentioned students. So I'm assuming that he teaches also. He's mentioned a class. So I'm assuming that he also does teaching. right, I need to put this out there. So hang on a second. Let me do this real quick. Oh man, please let this thing work properly. Okay, it is. All right, cool. So we good with that. Should be good with that. And I'll be right back over to the chat in a second. Trying to make sure I get this live out there so people know I'm on. And I didn't see the 220, but the market environment right now looks actually pretty good. So I'm hoping that things will actually get in position. Hoping that they will get into position for sure. I used to bug out when I saw people talking to themselves. Now when I see people talking to themselves, I don't know what to make of that. I'm almost curious to know what they're saying back to themselves. Because they really hold full-blown conversations with themselves. I just saw a guy doing that just now. And he was very aggressive. So he was really upset with himself. And I think he was also trying to console himself. So he was giving himself some advice. All of the same self-dialogue. He was doing it all by himself. It was nobody else there. He had a whole conversation with himself. It was very interesting, to say the least. All right, I got one more thing to do. And I'm going to shoot back over to the chat. And one more. Okay, we're good to go. Oh, I gotta set my timer too. Damn, forgot about that. All right. All right, what's good, y'all? Trader said I'm getting into trade NADEX. Hassan told me if I want true knowledge, check out Team Alliance. He said if I went with any other outfit, he was going to break my kneecaps. Yeah, that's Hassan. Yes, indeed. Oh, snap. That's funny. Yeah, but definitely there is a tremendous amount of knowledge and information here. So, like, just engaging on the live stream alone, you'll learn a bunch and be having fun at the same time. So this is a good start for sure. Jay Carly, I watched a few binaries, thought it was getting there. Then it bitch slapped somebody. Ooh. You know how that go. Right, you need your kneecaps. Come on over. You need your kneecaps. Matthew was good. Buddha's in the building. He said, if I'm talking to myself, that means I'm having a business meeting. Amen. Amen. J. Carl, I have whole conversations with myself, but not like that. Yeah, I try not to do it outside. Like where other people can see me doing it. I try to avoid that. Yep. Yeah, he didn't care. He was fully engaged in both conversations with himself. Stacey said it's okay to talk to yourself because you're always right. What's up, Bonnie? He said, there you said giving himself a hard time and then feeling bad about it. Right. That's accurate. That is accurate. Yes, indeed. Matthew said the business of Matthew is a 24-hour operation. It never closes. Never closes. Yes, indeed. Stacy, what the market looking like? Environment is looking good right now. Environment is looking good. I wouldn't be surprised if we get something to come our way before this market closes today. Would not be surprised. It looks very good right now. Yes, it does. But you know, looks can be deceiving, of course. But regardless of what goes on, we're gonna be ready. We're gonna be ready. Bonnie, been on the mark marathon since I've had house guests for the last 3 weeks. It has been hard to train, so this morning I have been listening to live training for the last 5+ hours. Straight quality. You already know. You know what it is, Bonnie. Yeah, the trainings always be, they just be off the chain. They be off the chain. What's good, Rich? Winston, what's happening? Book of Matthew, a wise read. Right. One of the Gospels. Indeed. I think, who said they're working on a quote book? I think Jay Carly said she's working on it. But the TA quote book was going to be crazy. It's going to be retarded. Trey said it's okay to talk to yourself as long as you don't answer back. I don't know, man. I answer back. So maybe I'm not okay. Yes, indeed. I answer back all the time. Oh, man. Bonnie, the stability training series was very solid. Yeah. And we're going to continue going into next week. I touched on something yesterday, right before we got off training, that I said I wanted to carry over into to Sunday. I forgot exactly what it was, but I'm hoping that I'll remember. And here, take a look at this 2471 right here. Hoping that I'll remember and it comes up. This 2471, keep your eye on this right here. Keep your eye on this. Keep your eye on that. That right there, that's MRMH right there, baby. That is MRMH if that holds. See if that holds. Woo! Look at that. Ooh, hoo, hoo. There go that permission slip, baby. There's that permission slip. If I'm not mistaken, I thought I saw it. It pulled back a little bit first, but then it came back. It came back up. So you do want to pay attention to the timing of the behavior, but the behavior that we're looking for is present. I think that was a combination of transition into full stability and the things that we needed to see. So that's permission right there. That is permission right there. So we're gonna keep our eyes on this right here, man. I feel the money. I feel the money coming. I feel the money coming. Come on, let's get it. Let's get it, damn it. But yeah, so I forgot specifically what it was, Bonnie, but right towards the end of the training last night, I had mentioned it. I got to listen back to it because I want to make sure that I bring that into next week because we're going to continue on with stability. Stability is crazy, man. Stability really opens your eyes to what the market does when it pays you, how it should look. And when it's not doing that, that's when you need to keep your distance and just continue to observe until it fully transitions into that. That's what's, if I had to define stability, that's what it would be from that perspective. That's a good way to look at it. What's up, Ace? Yeah, I like that. Money family. That's it. That's us. Oh, word, Hassan in the building? He said Hassan just walked into his office. Hassan, what up? Tell him we said what up. Bonnie said every third quote needs to be Jay Carly, be crazy. Hassan said one love, no doubt. Yeah. Ed, still keeping my ear close to the TA fam. Of course. Of course, man. You can't get away anyway. As soon as you try to get away, I go live. You be like, yo, what the hell? You get the notification. Stardew in the building. What's good, man? What up, Stardew? Yeah, Jersey. That's Jersey in the building right there. Had a good week. I could tell. I saw you. I've seen you throughout the week in the group chat. And whenever I see you moving like that, I know that you're doing your thing. Stardew has been on multiple trainings. When you look in the playlist, there's a couple of trainings that he was on where he was talking. Very solid trainings and some good insight coming from him. For those who want to hear. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see what this does. Come on with these little spurts. I don't like that. All right, I'm going to still keep my eye on this right here. Keep my eye right here on this 2475. All right, you got 5. Come on, where the +1 at? Where the +1? I see the pricing. Ooh, the +1. Oh, the +1, baby. Hey. Hey now, you're an all-star. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your groove on. Let's play. You see that? Bang! That's how you do it, damn it. That's how you do it when you win. You take the wall and you slam it down. That's what I'm talking about. And and what's the chances of my alarm going off at the exact moment? Did you see? I'm trying to tell you, the vibes is crazy, man. Vibes is crazy. I told y'all, man. That's why everybody was wondering if we trade while we on the live stream. Yes, we do. That's winner. First of all, we got permission, and then we got the follow-through trade just now. Winner, chicken dinner. What you want me to tell you? What you want me to tell you, baby? There it is. All right. I didn't even get a chance to post the what's her name in the chat. And I see you, J. Carly. J. Carly, you on it. She ain't playing. She is not playing. What time was the MRMH? Was it the one right before this or the one before that? Was that 2:30 or 2:25? The MRMH was 2:30, yes? I think it was right before this one. It was. Look at that. You get MRMH and then the follow through right after. Bow. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. That's how it works. I told y'all, man. And see, this is what the market has a tendency to do when it's ready to do what it do. And now, mind you, look at the time. You see the day. It's Friday. Coincidentally, it's Friday the 13th. But I'm not superstitious, of course. But I'm just saying, it's Friday afternoon. Market gonna close in an hour and a half. And a trade pops off. Remember we was talking about that yesterday on training? About being ready so that you don't have to get ready? Just always be ready. That's it. Always be ready. And when the market do what it want to do, it could give off the clusters too. So just keep an eye on things. See what it do. But that was nice right there, though. I like that. Let me make sure I post that. I want that to be archived in the group. I always try to make sure if I see it that I'm gonna post it so everybody sees what time the permission slip came in. Wait, no, that's not it. Hold up. Let me come back over here. This one right here, the one coming up. I'm gonna keep my eye on this one too. But pay close attention to the speed. Because I just saw some speed come in just now. And speed hides the behavior sometimes. So you just want to make sure that you are on point. All right, this one, that's 4, that's 5, back tick. All right, see, so, yeah, that right there, no. I'm just saying. And don't be, don't get anxious and be thirsty to just do it just because of the permission slip. You still got to do your diligence on every binary. You can't just take for granted that it's going to give it up again. Don't do that. If you see something that looks funny, you see it before reason. Look at that. Look. See that? Come on, man. Stop playing with TA. Stop playing. That's what we do. That's what we do, man. $4.28. What's $4.28? Walker, what's $4.28? And I like the wording of what you said right there. He said the market been slowly transitioning into more overall stability across all categories of behavior. Let's get the English version. Right now, he sounded like what's the dude in the lab? I forgot one of the movies, and just pick one. Any one of the movies where the dude is wearing a lab coat and talking. That's Walker right now. He's in the lab for real. Yep. War Ghost. Someone looking for Dimitri. Okay. Nice. Holly 2-0, huh? Yeah, there we go. Young Frankenstein. Dr. Zavago. What's that from? That kind of sounds familiar. Chip said I missed it, was driving. No worries, Chip. If you get an opportunity to get on the charts, take a look. Iman, what do you think about next week's price for Bitcoin? I honestly can't give you an answer for that, but it's interesting that you mentioned Bitcoin, and I actually have been starting to look at Bitcoin this week, coincidentally. Like, what are the chances? But I know that a lot of you guys that come on here from YouTube, for whatever reason, the when I do a live, it comes up in your feed, like as a commentary for Bitcoin. So I do intend on just becoming more acclimated with Bitcoin in particular as a market, because we watch markets. So I'm gonna just start looking into it. I think that Bitcoin is very interesting as far as the fact that it's cryptocurrency, and you know, it is utilizing the technology of the blockchain. But yeah, I'm going to be looking into Bitcoin, so just wanted to mention that. Yeah, I've actually been looking at Bitcoin this week. Yes, indeed. I wasn't using Coinbase, but I finally, registered with them, and I think Coinbase is good to have. I remember at first with Coinbase, you could not buy Bitcoin in New York. They had to pass legislation for you to be able to purchase Bitcoin online. I'm looking at this one right here, this 2475, and yeah, there was a back tick, and then there was a pop right there. So just too much going on. Too much going on with that. And it looks like it is transitioning away from stability at the moment. But not necessarily. It may not be staying like that. It could just be temporarily doing that because of the acceleration that came in. When that speed came in, you could see the difference. You saw what it was doing around the 24.75 level just now. It was doing that for the last, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last 8 minutes. It just been like a bobblehead around 24.75, just, you know, going over, under like that. And it's really not doing anything. It's treading. But remember that, you know, we don't just look at that. We are looking at how it's moving. The behavior. That's the key for us. That's going to be the reason that we are going to win our trades, as always. Yes, indeed. Okay, let me get this. What time is it? 2:45. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4. So 7:55. I need to write that down. 7:55. 7:55. All right, I remember that. Okay. Rich 1-0 says started yesterday. Okay. Yeah. I remember that, Rich. I remember you mentioning that yesterday for Project 21. Bonnie, I saw the MRMH, but got up to pour coffee and missed the follow through. She said, forget the market slaps. I just slapped myself. Bonnie, ain't you on the timer though? That's a good example to show how powerful the quick glance is and how powerful the timer is. Because if you got the timer running, you'll come back when the timer goes off. You could have went to pour coffee. Oh, you ain't get back in time? Bonnie. Nah, it's all good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Do not beat yourself up over that. Don't do that. And the market is still open anyway, so we'll just keep an eye on things. We might get clusters. Could get another one. We'll see what it do. And no, she did not get slapped. She got a little bit of FOMO right now, but it's all right. She gonna work through that. She got post FOMO. She got POMO. I'm just messing with you, Monty. I'm messing around. Don't pay me no mind right now. Trader, can I purchase TA gear using Bitcoin? You know what? Yeah. You know what? Yes. Yes, you can. Yes, you can, sir. Yep. So, matter of fact, I will make that announcement right now. If you want to buy TA gear with Bitcoin, I accept it. Yes, you can. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, whatever you got, I got you. I don't care which one it is. I accept all cryptocurrencies. Yep, that's crazy. Literally, that you just asked me that, and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, well, why wouldn't you accept Bitcoin? And then I'm like, wait, accept Bitcoin. So yes, you can. Look how fast that was. He said, "Ripple ain't that liquor." Hey, it depends on what circle you in. It depends on the cipher you in at the time. And this cipher is Bitcoin, but in ciphers that choose to remain nameless, it might be some liquor. Oh snap! The 250 did not set up. Chip said, "This is how I know I need more training. I wouldn't have thought that was MRMH or follow through." Really, the 230 and the 235. Jay Carly, if you have recordings for both of those, I know that you record. If you could clip each one of those, if you don't mind, I would appreciate that, so that they can be in the group chat. And I think I also want to use them for training next week. I hope these little girls are not out here fighting. They better not be out here fighting. No, they ain't fighting. Okay, they just playing. In New York, you can't tell sometimes. Playing turn into fighting. yo, yo, it's so funny too. Like anybody that like grew up in like New York culture can understand when kids congregate together. It's like I don't even know how to describe it. Here, when kids congregate together, their energy level just goes up mad high, and it's like it may not be anything. They could be friends talking to each other, but you can't tell if they're fighting, arguing, or loving on each other. It's like you got to just wait to see what's going on. But anyway, Tyler, what had you thinking DQ? What had you thinking DQ? Right. Yeah, that's what I'm curious too about, Tyler. Joshua 428 showing some beautiful macro progression. So Josh Walker 428 is what though? What does that number mean? What does that represent? I think that's what I was asking. Because I saw that at the beginning of when you put the study up, but I don't know what it means. Tyler, seeing it in action is critical. The candle after the fact is only a glimpse. Absolutely. Absolutely. Golden balls. So stability shows when in narrow range and slow, which can happen anytime. Stability can be seen in all types of ranges, not just narrow ones. You can see stability at any time. The same way you can see instability. You can see instability in a narrow range. So no. The answer to that question is no. It's not limited to that. Rich said timing is everything. All day. Nicholas, what's happening? If you plan to purchase using Coinbase, make sure to use pro.coinbase so that you don't pay stupid fees. Pro.coinbase, is that a separate site? And can you use that if you already have Coinbase? Those are the two questions I have. Frank Wonder, what's good? How's the girlfriend, Frank? Rich said a lesson, that's all. As always. Joshua, wait, there was MRMH today. Just finished studying last night's training. Yeah, man. Were you on just now? You must have not been on yet. You must have literally just came on after we got an MRMH and a follow-through trade. Stacy said, I got slapped, but I won and I logged off. Huh? Stacy, what you talking about? She said, I got slapped and I won. What? Come on, Stacy, make sense. I have no idea what that means. I think she's at work. Who's at work? Bonnie? Must be talking about Bonnie. Trader Hassan said he about to hit that Ripple after work. I gotta get him out of my office. Josh, was somebody getting molly whooped over there? Molly whopped. Rich, a replay of the MRMH would be great for us to see again. Yeah, hopefully if Jay Carly, I didn't hear back from her, so I don't know if she is. Oh, okay, Jay Carly, got you. Yeah, she must be because she didn't respond when I said that. But I'll get it if she got it. Matter of fact, I'm going to ask the birthday boy too, because I know he records. Erkan. I'm trying to remember what's going on with him. He over there getting birthday treatment, getting massages and stuff. Nah, he ain't got it. He don't got the recording. Yeah, I'm hoping that more of you guys record, because when we have recordings, it's an excellent point of reference. And I wasn't even thinking about it because I could have been recording, but I was doing something else on my computer at the time. And I didn't realize that a trade was going to come. I didn't know. And also, I wasn't doing a Project 21 trade. Like, I took that trade just now, my regular account. So if I was doing a Project 21 trade, I would have had the video for that trade, for the project. But like I told you, I put that on hold for a minute. All right, Erkan needs to watch the videos more. I mean, these are good questions that he's asking, but he is asking questions that are answered in the videos. Gotta watch him, man. Gotta watch him. See, the thing about the training videos is that you gotta watch them until you understand. You can't watch the training video and say it doesn't explain what you're saying. Like, I keep getting that back. Not from a lot of people, but from a couple of people. They're saying that it doesn't explain MRMH. Yes, it does. It clearly explains what MRMH is. You haven't watched it often enough. You haven't watched it enough times. You got to keep watching it until you understand. Till the light bulbs go off. And then when the light bulb go off, then you understand. Then you're like, oh. You get the oh. Then you got it. But you got to keep going until you get the oh. I give him the Brooklyn side eye, scare the kid straight. Ernest says his walk looked like someone who would turn down any form of payment. No, not at all. Nope, no friction here. However you want it. Oh, that's really? Last night's training is 428? Yo, I'm bugging. I didn't even realize it, man. Now I understand. But I'm like, why he keep saying 428? What is that? I did not even realize that. Damn. Damn, man. I mean, that's 500 coming around the corner. Jesus. Stacy said, I won my trade, but not under the right conditions. So, which trade was it, Stacy? What time was it? Nick, it's connected to your Coinbase account. Just log in with the same credentials. It's an exchange for traders. So it's pro.coinbase.com. Is that what it is? Nick? Yeah, Joshua, you missed. So you that's funny. You came on right after, because the MRMH came and then the follow through came right after, immediately after on the next binary. It was 2:30 and 2:35. Rich, oops, I forgot to record. We'll definitely record from here on out. Yes, please, please. That right there makes for awesome training. You know, for yourself and for others in the group. Because it's easy to assume that something happened when you're looking at it, but then when you go back and look at the recording of it, you're like, oh snap, I didn't even see that. You know, there could be something that happened very quickly that you missed out on. And also continuously watching recordings, it helps to train your eye coordination with what you're looking at. You know, like some people, they concentrate on the chart. And I tell you, don't do that. I tell you to concentrate on the indicative price. So, in other words, have a ticket open, right? Or look in the binary ladder at the indicative price from there versus looking at the chart. Because getting used to looking at the chart pricing of the indicative moves different than it does on the ticket and in the binary ladder. It does not move the same. So if you focus on the chart, you're going to be looking at different information. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to get into the habit of doing that. You want to look at the information that is the most relevant. And it's not the chart information. It's the indicative itself. That's the market. Max, what's good, man? E-Ready, from what I saw, no two MRMHs are alike. That's true. No two anything are alike. There's no two trades that you're going to take that are exactly alike. But however, there is a common denominator as far as what's present when trades win. That is a fact. And we know what that is. We know that it's stability in the market, period. That is present on every winning trade that sets up. Oh, the 245 this afternoon? Hold on, let me see something. The 245. So the one that was shortly after. I think. Oh, excuse me. And it's so crazy. I knew as soon as you said that, Stacy, that it was this one. I was talking during this one, and I said that you can see that for the last 8 minutes the market been bobbleheading. That's the same one that you're talking about, the one that came in the last minute of that last binary. The 245 was the last minute of that binary, and the way that it moved, it pushed up first, then it pulled back, right? Because I had already said speed came in. All right, so I understand now. I understand. We want to stay away from acceleration in the market. You don't want acceleration to hide the behavior. If the market is moving too fast, you can't see what it's doing. Just like in the physical world. If something is moving too fast, you can't see it. When it slows down, now you can see it. You can actually see what it's doing. So the same thing applies with what we're doing in the market. So that's why we like to wait for that environment. You could deposit, excuse me, and you can deposit and withdraw instantly between both platforms, whether it's crypto or dollars. Okay. Does it change the limitations on the pro site? Are the limits different for like how much you can deposit each week? Just for example, because I know with regular Coinbase, once you get verified, like once you send your ID in and they verify you, I think that the limit for a card deposit into your account, it raises from 400 to 750. So it's 750 once you have done that. But 750 is still kind of low depending on, the individual. And I know that they have a much larger limit. I think it's like 25,000 or something like that if you connect your bank account. But I don't like doing that. I don't like connecting bank accounts to shit unless it's something that I know there's no other option for. You know what I mean? So I don't mind using the card. Don't mind. But yeah, that was the only other question I had, Nick. Is the limit different also for cards on the pro site versus the regular Coinbase site? Nah, I don't know you, homie. I don't know you, homie. I like that, Ernest. I like that. Rich, at this stage, do we stop looking for the follow through and reset? Not necessarily, because when you say reset, you're talking about resetting the MRMH. You don't necessarily have to do that. You could continue to observe and see. This is why this week I was focusing on stability, because as you become better and better at recognizing actual stability in the market, there's no need to reset the whole thing. You're just waiting for the environment and the behavior to be reflective of what we need. And then once that comes back in, then now you're prepared again if something sets up. So it's just a matter of just being prepared. Oh, damn, that's whack. Yeah, she don't got the recording either, because she can't record, she said, at work. All right. Damn. Let me see something. Figured I'd take a shot. Maybe somebody was recording. I don't know. If not, it is what it is. Joshua said, all good if my study's correct. Behavior doesn't suddenly switch up. There will likely be opportunities next week. That is a bold statement. That's hard. Let me repeat what he just said, because that's very clear to me. But I think to someone else listening to that sounds crazy a little bit. He said, if my study's correct, behavior doesn't suddenly switch up, there will likely be opportunities next week. That's ill right there. Because he's not just saying, hey, we're going to get some opportunities next week, like a prediction. He's not doing that. Listen to what he said. If behavior doesn't suddenly switch. You see what I'm saying? He's giving you the why. And you'll know that I'm big on that, because if you don't understand why you're doing anything, it makes no sense. If you do understand why you're doing something, it makes absolute sense, because you have the reason behind the action. That's mic drop right there. You have the reason behind the action. Oh, no, man. No. It happens, Gorilla. It happens. He said he pulled the Jay Carter this week, placed a note on accident. Nah, man, you just gotta take that. That's just a lesson right there. Don't do nothing with the ticket up. Don't have your mouse nowhere near the place order button. Just don't do that. Get out of the habit of doing that. Don't pull it up until you're ready to do something. I love what Ernest said. Try this. Fuck Netflix. Replace that with training videos every day. Okay. Speed is hidden, then it can resurface when in the trade. So how are you making sure when you enter trade that that does not happen? You're not making sure of anything. What you're doing is ensuring that your observation of the market is clearly recognizing what the market is doing now. Because what you just said is something that we wouldn't do. You just said if speed is hidden, it can resurface when in the trade. The market is not, it does not switch on and off. So just keep that in mind. When you say it can resurface when you're in the trade, if it has already resurfaced, we've seen it already. It's not going to just out of the clear blue resurface now because I got in the trade. If I got into the trade and I'm seeing it, I should have seen it before I got in the trade. That's the point that I'm making. This is why this ability is so powerful, because the ability gives you those eyes to be able to see shit beforehand, so you know to stay out. It's just like being able to see transition is being able to see something before it happens. And it's like, well, damn, how are we able to do that? How did you know that that was going to happen? I didn't know that that was going to happen. I knew to stay out because something was happening. Well, what do you mean? Something was happening that was out of sync. That gave me indication that something like that could happen. And lo and behold, something like that did happen. So it looks like, oh, he knew that that was going to happen. It's not that I knew that it was going to happen. I knew that what I wanted to happen was not happening. Therefore, I'm not engaging now. I'm going to wait. So now what it looks like is like, oh, he stayed out of that one. Why he stayed out of that one? It looked like that one's set up. It's not about the setup. It's about observation of the actual market itself and being able to navigate the market and follow along as it moves. So as the market is moving, it's transitioning, but you need to know what's at the extreme opposite ends of the transition period. The transition is all of the shit in the middle. Think about that. Everything in the middle of the extremes is the transition. So the market can be transitioning into or out of either extreme. Either extremity, the market can be, not even can be, is transitioning into or out of. Both extremities. And it's doing this at the same time. It's pushing and pulling simultaneously. So you just have to be able to recognize when the weight is so heavy to the one side that it's there, it's present now. You see what I'm saying? And for us, there's only one side that we care about. We don't care about the other side, and we don't care about anything in between leading up to the other side. And because we can see it and we know what it looks like we know beforehand not to do shit. Or we know beforehand to take trades. It just looks like that, but that's not what it really is. What it is in actuality is we're just very good at recognizing what the market is doing. That's it. Is the market transitioning? Is it in a condition? Is it coming out of a condition, moving into a different condition? Is it in transition? Is it in the middle somewhere? We know the answer to every question that I just asked because of our observation skills. That's why we train the way that we do, because the observation continues to elevate and to get even more precise. So it looks like we got a crystal ball. Like, damn, they always win. Yeah, we always win. But there's a lot of patience that goes into that and a lot of discipline that goes into that. You got to learn how to control your emotions. You can't become emotionally involved. I'll give you an example of emotion. Emotion is when you have MRMH and you automatically take a trade after. That's emotional. Oh, well, why'd you take that? Well, because we had MRMH. Having MRMH is not the reason to take a trade. Having MRMH is permission to take the trades that follow through or follow up. You see the difference? There's a difference between those two things. So, Reddy said, I'm up 10K on Gemini. Nice. Deposit withdrawal limits. Jay Carly's funny. She said, Mr. Gorilla, we're not coining that as a Jay Carly. Facts. He said, oops. Rich, don't have to get ready if you stay ready. Facts. Shay, I like that idea. When we make a mistake, we say, oh, damn, just did it, Jay Carly. Uh-oh. Why, Shay? Why? I know that she's going to come back for you. I ain't even scrolled down yet, and I know it's coming. I feel it coming. Joshua, I just posted the exact reason in the chat from the past few trainings. Okay. Nick, I think they have the same limitations. I've been using them for years. I use a bank account versus debit. The funds take 5 business days to show up in your account. Yeah, that's what I don't like about the bank. That too. That and the fact that it's your bank account that's connected. But I mean, I guess you could just use a separate bank account, like just to use for that purpose. But yeah, and I was trying to remember what else it was that I didn't like about it. It's that delay, the 5 business days. It's taking a week for the money to get in there. But I understand because there's a large amount of money that you can send at one time. So it is what it is. It's a trade-off. The difference when you make a purchase, Coinbase will not hold your crypto for a period of time. In other words, you can move it to a private wallet as soon as you buy it. I can do that with the debit too. I did that instantly. Like I deposited by debit into Coinbase and then moved it to another wallet as soon as it hit with no problem. So there was no restriction there. I'm not sure if that's what you meant. The call, are you referring to market movement within a 5-minute binary or a longer period of time? 5-minute binary. 5-minute binary specifically as the instrument, but I'm referring to the market period, regardless of what the period of time is. Behavior and the environment of the market is something that has no time. What I mean is that it's not dictated by time. It dictates what happens within time. In other words, the way that the market moves will determine if you win or lose a binary. So the movement of the market dictates what happens to the binary. In other words, what happens to your trade? Is the market going to remain above or below your strike price? By the time your clock runs out for that instrument that you trade in, you might be trading 20-minute binaries, hourly, a daily, whatever it is. You're going to win by being correct about the market ending above or below your strike price when the time runs out. You see, so behavior and environment are not dictated by time. They dictate the time. That's why understanding environment and behavior first is going to be responsible for you winning consistently. because you're understanding the very movement of the market itself. Now, the time don't even matter. The time doesn't matter. You're looking at the environment and the behavior. That's what matters. What matters is does the market remain in position? Does it move in position? And if it does it stay in position? So that type of thing. There it is. J. Carl said, no shade. She said, oh, hell no. Right. Win like J. Carly. Yeah, that's more accurate. When you can go 68-0, then I think you could try to shoot your shot at Jay Carly. I'm gonna look into that study in more detail, Joshua, when I get a moment. I'm gonna get a little deep into your head a little bit. Right. Buddha said, don't get stabbed by the unicorn. Oh man, that's funny. Rich, where do I learn about the O and ones I see in a group chat? What video? There's no video for that. That's Walker's brain right now. I would for the time being, I wouldn't go there. I would leave Walker alone. He's doing something right now. Like he's pouring out what's in his head. And if you really haven't been here for like a while, you're looking at that and you're like, you're not gonna understand any of it. I'd leave that alone for now. I would just train. Just train. There will come a time where you understand that stuff. Like I gotta pause and actually look at it. Because I want to get into his head a little bit more. Speaking of oops, I've had a take profit working order trigger after I manually closed the trade. Today? Oh, excuse me. That sounds like you did that in Forex? That was Ernest. He said that just now. That sound bugged out. Matthew, like everybody thinks Dalmatians are so precious. They're one of the most vicious dogs out there. Their brains never stop growing, so they get meaner because of the pressure in their heads. My daughter broke it down scientifically to me. That's ill. That is ill. Rich said, I like the flow I'm in, want to know, doing exactly what you taught me. Yes. Yes. And you guys coming in now, especially now, like, I mean, particularly over the last month or so, you guys are coming into very solid live training that is elevated. But when you actually watch 301, you go through the initial videos, especially 301 on repeat. If you repeat 301 every day, and then you try to hop on live training or listen to the current live trainings, the live trainings begin to unfold, and the live training and the 301 is like the information goes back and forth, bouncing off of each other, and you start understanding everything. Not fast, like you don't get it immediately. You're getting it in little doses. It's like little, just small doses, and it begins to unfold. And the reason that I'm pointing out now, as far as you guys coming in now, is because also we're doing Project 21. Project 21 is something that is a focus on what we've been doing the whole time. And it's a focus on something at a very elevated level. Like, because you got to understand something about when you do something and you're confident in what you're doing, you have to capitalize on that confidence. You got to maximize it. You have to. Because if you don't, it's like you're going to kind of sell yourself short, and your confidence will wane. It will subside if you don't keep it at full blast. You have to keep the confidence at full blast. So the only way that we're going to keep confidence at full blast is by training at full blast. Like you got to train at the level that you want your confidence to be executed. You know what I'm saying? So you can only be confident in something that you know. Like you're not doing things because you're still wondering, you're still guessing or trying to figure it out. This is why training is so important, because when you train, it elevates your understanding of the process that we use. For one, it elevates it. Two, it reinforces it. It's over and over. Subconscious training. Like subconscious training is something that we've always done also. We just never said it. I never said it. Now I'm saying it. Project 21. That's something that I touched on when I first did the Trade or Die challenge. Then I kept going, did the All or None challenge. So it began to kind of pop up more in the challenges. And then this last time after the Blueprint Project, it just was like straight up, every trade, we maximizing it. If we do that, how long does it take us to get to where we going? And when I did the math, it was 21 trades. Then that became Project 21. So all it is just psychological things that we're doing, but it's the same thing that we've been doing the entire time. It's just at a very elevated level. And because when you new guys come in now, you're coming directly into focus. Like you're coming in at a time where the focus is crazy. And it makes sense. It's just like if I tell the stuff that I'm telling you to do now, if I would have told you to do this type of stuff before, when you weren't really, like previously, I would say that in the past, newer students were not able to digest the idea of risk. It's like we went past risk now. We're beyond risk. Just like when we talk about it when we on here on the live stream. Risk is nothing. What do I mean? You think the risk is the money. That ain't the risk, is it? What's the real risk? The real risk is you don't have the skill. You don't have the confidence. You don't know the why. Why did you not do that? Why did you not take that trade? How did you end up in that trade? You don't understand the reasons. That's the risk. So what happens if you just totally eliminate all the risk? How do you eliminate all the risk? Skill. The skill set. Like this shit is ill, man. It's very powerful. And that's why now you see, like, just look at how the newer folks that came in recently, they're getting immediate results. I remember when Bonnie first came in, and the people that are vets here, you know what I'm talking about. When Bonnie first came in, everybody was like she'll be all right. It was like, damn. Because she represented, it's just like, if I rewind all the way back to when Jay Carly first came. When Jay Carly came, the training wasn't like it is now. You understand? So what she went through is different than what you're going to go through. You're not going to go through none of the stuff she went through. Because you came in at a time when the training was elevated. When the training is elevated. So you don't got to work as hard. Now all you got to do is just have the desire and the drive to do it. That's it. But you're not coming along for the ride on the journey trying to navigate as, the training is evolving in the beginning stages of the training. She was there for that. That's why when I can't really compare anyone to her because you didn't come in when she came in. You weren't exposed to none of the stuff really that she saw. The stuff that you seeing now, you got the tools to get you through it. At the time when she came, the tools didn't exist yet. We didn't have MRMH. We didn't have the OPE. None of that stuff was there yet. The foundation was there for it to come because it came. But the tool was not there yet. So that's, I'm using her as an example because many of you are the equivalent of what she was when she started. When she started, she didn't know anything. She had no experience of the market or anything. She didn't know anything at all. I was bringing and this is why I started bringing back the unmute. This is why I unmuted people this week. I'm bringing that back because when I was doing that to her all the time. Unmute on training. What's the matter? What happened? What don't you understand? And her, you letting it out and you're airing out what you don't get. Just trying to understand the process. And when you see her now, look at her now. It's like it's not even the same person. It's a totally different person. And she can tell you about the personal shit that changed. This is as a result of the training. Look at what we're learning. We're learning patience and discipline and how to focus and execute. You don't think your life gonna change by learning how to do that effectively? All your life is going to do is change. Everything about it. Yeah, but anyway. I don't even know how I started talking about that. I thought I was talking about Project 21. How the hell I start talking about all of that? But Matthew was ill. He ill for real. He said it forces you to let your balls or your ovaries drop. Tyler said they have no choice. Oh, snap. Yep, there it is. There it is. That's the perfect analogy right there to use. Yes. Yes. You in the lion's den, Project 21. But you in the lion's den with other lions. You're not the sheep in the lion's den. You're a lion. You understand? Be a lion. Be the bear. This shit is hard, man. This stuff is hard. Josh said, as soon as I started getting lax on my studies, I entered a slump. The studies I'm doing now are giving me a new set of wings. See? He working out his process. And that's another thing that you are going to have to do if you ever, for whatever reason, get off balance. And it happens. It happens. But the thing about it, it's not about being off balance. Oh, what I'm gonna do now? What you gonna do? You're gonna figure that shit out and get your balance back. Get your zen, right? He's doing exactly what he need to do. And that's how his brain is wired. That's where all that 0 and 1 shit came from. That's how his brain is wired. He's breaking shit down and he's understanding it. You'll see where that goes. That's why I wanted to look at what he's doing in more detail, because I'm able to understand a lot of things and then communicate it effectively. You know what I'm saying? So Bonnie said the communication and explanation of the concepts is elevated and solid now. Did I not just say that just now? Unbelievable. Rich said solidifying confidence in your skill. Matthew, you're forced to trust your training. So the size of a trade doesn't matter because you don't do anything different. It's all the same process. So maximize your efforts of training as much as you do. Tyler, Project 21 is putting your entire account up for 21 trades, and after you're done, you have positioned yourself for freedom. Oh, shit. There's the mic drop. There's the mic drop. Shawnee, new members, keep in mind, like Matthew said in 305, you're not starving, you just hungry. We getting very close to the mic drop right now. I'm just letting y'all know. Tyler said what he said. Rich, J. Carly did the hard work. Appreciate that. Definitely. Because she shares what she overcame. You know, you can speak on something when you've been through it. Some people might get some people will be sensitive to like the way that J. Carly comes off, because they're like, who the hell is this? But you don't know who it is. It's just like not knowing who somebody is. When you don't know who they are, then you're not respecting what they're telling you or what they're giving you. They're giving you gold nuggets. And you like, who the fuck are you? And if you do that, guess who you messing up and you jamming up? Not her. Jamming yourself up by not listening. You mad because she telling you about some shit that she know for a fact you're doing, trying to help you, and you get mad at her. And I'm not talking about anybody here. I'm bringing that up because this is what people have done in the past. So, you know, it's not something that you should do. It's not wise. And I'm not even defending her. I don't have to. I don't have to defend her. You fucked up. You came at her. Like, why did you come at her and be upset about what she's telling you when she giving you the nugget? Maybe if you listen, you stop fucking up. But no, what you want to do? You want to keep fucking up, get mad at her, and then leave the group. Come on, like that shit is stupid. But this is what people have done. You know, just jam themselves up. And notice what I said. You left the group. You're like, you did it to yourself. It might make you do that. Anyway, Yes, way different now. Hell of a lot different now. Bonnie, she's a great role model for me. I have mad respect for the hard work, paving the way for the rest of us. Yep. Shay, I'm trying to work out how to get on training when it is 3 a.m. here, and if recording, then can't ask questions live. Um, Shay, where were you at? You in the UK? It's 3 a.m. where you at, and I do training typically around 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's sounding like that might be 3:15 in the morning for you. But if you can't attend live training, we have a group chat. So if you have questions, like if you listen to a training and then you have questions, you can ask your questions in the group chat. Then we're here. Like we on the live stream. You can't ask everything on the live stream because this is in the public, but if you need answers to your questions, you'll get them. Between the group chat and just us being around all the time, you're going to get the answers that you're looking for. The answers that you need. Matthew J. College, a soldier. Shay, there's also a group chat that you can ask questions in. You see, this was already answered. I didn't even read any of this yet. Rich said the rant man. RTG, can one start with the NADEX minimum 250 and build the account up? Is that a serious question? RTG, yes. Yes, you can open your account with 250. What we do is we actually start with $100. So we're going to withdraw 150 of that, leave 100 in there, and then get to work. And you do that once you have been working on building up your skill. Walker's about to have a major breakthrough. You can see it coming. Yep. I'm telling you, he's on some Neo shit. Neo from the Matrix. Tyler, we prefer only using 100. If you can't turn 100 into 1,000, how are you going to turn 1,000 into anything? I love when people ask questions and then you're already answered the questions. I love that. You see how much wisdom is here. Like, it's not just me. Like, we really know what we're doing and what we're talking about. The shit is official. Definitely. Bonnie, RTG, yes. In fact, you start with 250 and withdraw 150. You start with 100 and grow to the moon. Mic drop. RTG, all right, this is Friday, so I guess we have to wait till Sunday to profit from NADEX. Technically, but I wouldn't wait until Sunday to start training. I'd be on training now. But that's just me. Also, do not, RTG, try to jump into live before you are ready to. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Don't go throwing 250 in your account, opening up your account, and then I get a text from you and you just signed up. Hey, Mark, I got my live account ready. I'm ready to go. Nah, you're not ready. You need to learn. We train every single day. We do subconscious training. That's when you get yourself earbuds and you listen to specific trainings on repeat at times when you're not doing certain things. Like you in the bathroom, you washing the dishes, you going to sleep, you taking a crap, you on break at lunch, you on a cigarette break. When you're doing stuff where you have time, earbuds, listen to training. Even if you're not looking at the training on your phone, press play and listen. That is subconscious training. And it works. So it's different. It is different. How many videos are the most important to watch? You start with 3. There are 3 main ones. And then there's one. And the one that you're going to listen to every day, I think that if I had to guess how many times I've listened to that myself, I'm up to 1,000 now. And I'm not joking. I'm not joking. The one that you're given to watch is very specific to teach you the framework. What you're going to do on your own is eventually you're going to begin to watch some of the other 400 plus trainers that are in the list, but you're going to understand them because of the main one. The main one teaches you the framework in the market. All the other ones go into everything else that you need: mindset, focus, patience. This, everything that you need is here now. Matthew said he's up to about 600 or so for the main one, and that's what I'm like. When you need to be watching that training, listen to that training until you can't, like, you lost count of how many times you've listened to it. For you to tell me, hey Mark, I watched it 5 times. Is that good? Hell no, it ain't good. Hell no. Mark, I watched it 50 times. Good. What should I watch next? Watch it again. Like, these are the answers that you're going to get from me. And I'm not even like joking. I'm not even saying that to be funny. I'm serious. Well, Mark, what should I watch next? The same one. Watch it again. Well, how many times I got to watch it until I say stop? Well, when are you going to say stop? Never. And then, like I said, you get to the point where you can incorporate other trainings into your watch list, but that one you need to have on deck every day, period. Yep. Does the main video show the MRMH live on the video? There are videos that do. So if that's what you want to see, you'll be able to watch those too. Matthew said the question you should ask yourself: how many times have you watched a favorite movie? Yes, indeed. Rich said 301, I'm starting to mimic you in what you're saying while I watch. Yes, that's what happens. It's like you're creating, every time that you listen to the training or watch it again, listen to it, watch it again, you're conditioning yourself. It's the same idea as a physical workout. When you go to the gym, if you want a 6-pack, right? Let's say you want a 6-pack faster than what someone told you it'll take. They said, it took me 6 months to get my 6-pack. And you're like, well, how many, what exercise did you do and how often did you do it? Oh, I did stomach, blah, blah, blah. And I did it 3 times a week. Cool. Now you got information. You want to get a 6-pack faster than they got theirs. What you think you got to do? Take what they did, now overdo it. Overdo it. That's how you get the results that you want. So it's like people be asking, well, Mark, how long is it going to take me? How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? That's the question. You can't ask me how long it's going to take you. I have no idea. I don't know what you want. And I don't know how bad you want it. How I'm supposed to know that? You need to know that. So these are conversations. Like, I'm just, I always got to just be real and tell you what it is. That's what it is. It ain't no different than nothing else that you would want to do. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Yep, it is what it is. That is a fact. And it said, it's a wise thing to be polite. Consequently, it's a stupid thing to be rude. You never know who will come to your side one day, to your aid one day. Excuse me. That is a fact. That is a fact. You see the environment shifting again. Rich, look at how the market is moving now. You can see the difference now. It's shifting. This is how it transitions. Joshua, how many steps does a baby have to watch his parents take before he's ready to walk? More than 5. Ooh. That's hard. Rich, now went on the charts. That voice is always in my head, guiding me to stick to my trainings. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shay, so the best vids 3013. Pretty much. Pretty much. And what Walker is, what Matthew was saying is accurate. See, the last thing he said, that happens to be the basis for everything, and that is accurate. It's like foundation. If you know how to lay solid foundation, you could build a house anywhere. You see what I'm saying? You trying to build a house and your foundation ain't strong, what's going to happen to the house? It's going to fall. You got to start over. Do you want to build your house and it stays up? Or you want to keep building the house over because your foundation ain't strong enough? Ooh. That's the damn mic drop right there, man. Shit. Hold up. Rich, the rest of the videos add strings to your bow. Yeah, I see y'all on the recap. I'm out. Damn.